What's poppin', guys? Kyle here, back with another video, and finally, I am back. Kyle has come back to YouTube once again, and this time, I think I'm going to be around for a little bit longer. The reason why is because, for one, I'll get into that later on in the video, but today, we're going to be talking about Wrestlepalooza. Yeah, I mean, this, like, I think the fact that I'm laughing at this name should tell you how I feel about this event. So, while I was on my hiatus for, I don't know if it probably has been about a month at this point, WWE announced that they were going to be moving the PLEs, so, like, where they have the PLEs. So, right now, they're being aired on Peacock, or, Clash in Paris was, right? That was on Peacock. But now, the PLEs are going to be on ESPN. Now, I was honestly kind of confused by this because I have ESPN Plus, or I think at least like the plan where you get like Disney Plus with ESPN Plus. Maybe I should make a rant about, these streaming services, because it's like, it's almost becoming cable where it's like you have to have all these ones to get these certain things. And WWE is falling right into this trap too. And I remember when I saw the name for it, it's Wrestlepalooza. So, mind you, this is something that, like, first off with the name, it's so, the logo for it doesn't look that bad, honestly. Like, okay, whatever, yeah, whatever, Wrestlepalooza has, like, a gear in it. But it's just the idea of it. It's like, they want to make this, like, some kind of special thing now where, like, it was the Raw on Netflix. We could get into that, too. But, like, just certainly to say the least, like, Raw on Netflix has been a complete disappointment, in my opinion, to sum it up perfectly. It's like, what we thought we were getting with Raw on Netflix was, it was going to be like, there was going to be no limits, like, oh, like, maybe, like, the Attitude Era can finally come back, or finally we can have some segments that are, a little bit edgy. Maybe the start times will be random or whatever. And that has been a couple of cases, but that's only because they were in foreign countries, and, so that means you were in a different time zone, right? We were promised all of this special stuff with the Raw on Netflix and all this stuff, right? And then it turns out it's literally just the same thing as, it literally is no different than if it was on, like, the USA Network. Still the same rules, has to be PG, has to have certain runtime and all this stuff. So it's like, what was the point of Raw going to a streaming service like Netflix? Right? So then, it's like, what? So you're then going to have it now on ESPN? What's the point of this? And it just makes me wonder. It's just like, man, why don't we just have WWE Network back? And I remember in 2017, 2018, there would always be ads like, oh, well, you gotta watch the PLE on WWE Network. You gotta watch the pay-per-view on WWE Network. And that's because I just didn't have money for it. I was a freaking teenager. It's like, I'm not gonna have the money to, get my own streaming service. So, hence why I didn't watch a lot of the PLEs back in the day. But, like, looking back on it now, I would 100 times rather have WWE Network, because it was like, everything was on there. Their whole archive, their whole catalog was on there. If you wanted to watch a Raw or Backlash 2003, or just for example, right, you could just go on there and watch it all. All of that for $10.99, $9.99 a month. I know I'm sounding like the guy where it's like $9.99, right? Oh, jeez, no, I know that's from now. But you could have all of that stuff for $9.99 a month, and now we have to pay $30 just to watch one PLE, or just PLEs on WWE alone. I'm the haters right about this. It's like, we're really getting fisted here with this. It's like, so, I think one of the things about the Netflix deal that a lot of people don't think about is because it was a pretty big deal. It was like $5 billion. It was $5 billion. I think another thing with that is that, like, that comes with it, it's not just Raw. Because if you're paying for just Raw for only $5 billion, WWE is really, like, overselling it, I think along with that, because I think what it was too was that, like, now all the PLEs internationally, so if you're not in the US, all of the PLEs are going to be on Netflix. instead of like on WWE Network. Now, I think there's still some of them that are on I don't know like what the role of WWE Network is anymore. Even though I think it should have a bigger role, I think it should be the entire thing. That's why another thing that Vince was good about was the WWE Network. So why would I pay $30? So think about this. Why would I pay $30 a month just to watch pay-per-views? Right? Now, you could argue back in the day that that's how much they were or whatever, or they were like $70 or whatever. But the thing was that WWE wasn't diversified. Here's what I mean by diversified. It wasn't like you had to, okay, I have to go watch Netflix. Okay, I have to get Netflix to watch Raw. And then on Tuesday, well, I have to go look on the CW network for NXT. I don't even know. Wait, I don't even know if it's on NXT. I don't even know if NXT's on CW anymore. And then on Wednesday, I have to watch Evolve on Tubi. And then on Thursday, I got a night off. Wow, that's great, actually. And then on Friday night, I have to watch SmackDown on the USA Network. And then for my pay-per-views, I have to watch them on ESPN now. Why do we have to have so much diversity in this area? Why can't it just be like WWE Network where it's all in one place? So when you see Triple H saying, oh my God, we're going to light the business on fire, guys. Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to light the business on fire, guys. If you see him saying that, basically just tell yourself, because learn from what Raw Netflix was. A complete disappointment. It's literally no different from watching it on the USA Network, right? So, him saying that this is going to be some big deal, just know it's not. It's literally going to be the same as if it was on Peacock. Maybe you might get a couple new camera angles. Big whoop, right? Oh, we got a new camera angle. Oh, guys, they got the drones in the crowd now because of the ESPN deal. Yeah, that's great. I mean, I guess that maybe with the $30 a month, you can have more drones in the arena filming it. But besides all that, the show itself doesn't look that bad for one reason, because on last week's SmackDown, Brock Lesnar basically was like, I'll see you at Wrestlepalooza, bitch, right? So we're going to be getting John Cena versus Brock Lesnar at Wrestlepalooza. Now, that is a match I would actually watch. But there's a secret problem with that a lot of people don't realize. Brock Lesnar and John Cena are almost 50 years old, and we're still relying on them to bolster this new PLE, right? It's like, what are we doing here? There's no new stars. This vision that Seth Rollins has is not... I can't see it at all. I can't see the vision at all. Because Seth Rollins is dang near 40 years old, and he's still hogging up the main event scene. All these 40-year-old guys are still hogging up the main event scene. And there's no newer, younger talent. And that's going to be another video for another time about, like, younger talent. But, like, it's something that... It's so obvious that, like, they don't... It's so obvious that, like, all of the people on WWE's roster, or at least most of them, are all, like, older guys, like, late 30s, early 40s. It's just so obvious that that's the market here. So, it's like they have to rely on these big guys like John Cena and Brock Lesnar to, basically main event this new PLE or this new form of it, because they know that this new pipeline of talent that they got building up is nothing. It's not good. It's like they just don't want to give them a chance. It's weird. And in the name of it, Wrestlepalooza, it's like this is something that some independent indie wrestling show down the street would be called. That's and it literally was, because this is literally something that ECW would call their pay-per-views. We've gone this low that, like, so that was another thing too with it. It's like the name of the pay-per-view, the name of the PLE, whatever this shit is now, right? It's literally something that a indie wrestling promotion would use for a name. It's like, wait a minute, so if you thought that Great Balls of Fire was bad, you're telling me that Wrestlepalooza is great? It's so creative. The name is so creative. No, it's not. This isn't creative at all. Literally, ECW has had a pay-per-view called Wrestlepalooza before. I mean, it's bad when they're taking inspiration from old companies like ECW that were never or even nearly as big as WWE was. Now in the fan base, of course, like they like ECW, but I'm just telling you the facts. It was never as big as WWE was, and maybe it was because they had pay-per-views called Wrestlepalooza. I don't know, but it's like you're telling me you couldn't come up with a name like Judgment Day or wait, no, well they already have a Judgment Day faction, so I guess they can't really use that, or like Over the Edge, or Armageddon. It's like the names just were so much better even back in the day for the PLEs. It's like you're telling me you couldn't come up with something like that or something that's like crazy or like Extreme Rules or like they could have brought back, and I'm going to get into like Bad Blood or whatever. It's like I like that they brought back that PLE name. I thought that one was pretty cool. But it's like Wrestlepalooza. It's like what it's like what happens at Wrestlepalooza? Oh, it's just a carnival. Like that's basically what it gets. Like, it's just a joke. Like, this name just doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like WWE should be using a name like this for their new, like, basically the first PLE to air on ESPN. It doesn't feel like that's what it should be, but it is. And I'm just, like, even thinking now, like, I'm thinking of names right now. Like, even Bad Blood would have been a good name for this. Or, like, Over the Edge, Over the Limit, Capital Punishment. Maybe they'll use that for John Cena's last match. Right, we'll get to that in another video. But there's just so many different names that I could think of that are easily way better than Wrestlepalooza. And that's concerning because I'm not the guy that books WWE. And I'm coming with better names for this. And another thing is, too, it's going to be in Indianapolis. Now, I probably know why they picked Indianapolis for it, because they probably were like, oh, well, Rumble, they did really good there, so let's have another PLE there. I can almost guarantee you that's what Triple H thought. And then for the PLE name, he was probably like, Wrestlepalooza, we gotta call it that, because that's going to be the first name for the new PLE that we're going to be having to signal the new change, the new era on ESPN. Let's call it Wrestlepalooza. I can guarantee you that's what he thought. He probably was like, dude, this name is so good. It's like WrestleMania. Like, you just gotta go with it. Oh, and another thing that I just thought about with this. So, for anyone that's been watching WWE for at least, like, the past few months, you know that this was not on the radar. Like, sometimes they'll leave something open where, like, they'll, like, come up with a pay-per-view on the fly or whatever. That's fine, but for something like, or even Triple H, who he always says, like, he's just, I'm the long-term booker, I have everything planned in advance. He seems to not have everything planned in advance, and just comes up with stuff on the fly. Just like with the John Cena heel turn, with the New Day heel turn, with probably Brock Lesnar's return, actually, too. It's like, you're telling me that he had that mapped out months in advance? Now, he could have, but I highly doubt that he had that planned out months in advance. Like, oh, we got to bring Brock Lesnar back because we're going to have a PLE on ESPN. So with that, in under 14 minutes at this point, I have laid out every single reason, every reason why now WWE sucks. And it's all jammed into this PLE that's going to be happening on Sunday. Bad booking, relying on, older stars to get the job done. Stupid names for PLEs. Going back to the same places. Not having a plan for things long term. Switching up the platform we're supposed to view this on. Now, I know that TV shows are on all kinds of different platforms and we have to, follow and keep up with. But it's like, if it's for wrestling, it's like, I don't want to think about this. It's like, I just want to think about how good the storyline is. And then, so when the storyline is not there, that's good. Then, when I have to worry about what platform I want to watch this on, then it's like, you don't win. It's just simple. You don't win with this. Because, you got to pay $30 extra for this. Or now you're going to have to pay $30 extra for PLEs when they're not even probably... They're not probably worth it. I mean, on the service, yeah, like the John Cena and Brock Lesnar match is probably worth it. But do you think it's going to be worth it in the next PLE or in the future? Just because they do it for this one time. Does that automatically mean now that every single match is going to be John Cena versus Brock Lesnar quality? I don't think that's the case. And so for $30 a month, you're asking, it's like, you're basically, when, you're in a dry spell, when there's no, like, Survivor Series or, Royal Rumble or, any, whatever PLE. And the thing is, too, it's probably only going to be 5 matches. So it's like, we're paying a little more now for something when it's literally going to be no different from watching any of the other PLEs. It's probably just going to be 5 matches, and they're probably going to have some tag team match. Oh, yeah, I probably know what it's going to be. It's probably AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Is that going to advance the storyline in some way? Hopefully it does. But chances are Seth Rollins and CM Punk are probably still going to be fighting each other in 2 years from now on a PLE called WrestleCon. So anyways, that's going to do it for this video. So the update that I said in the beginning here. So now I have a hard drive because, on my phone or whatever, and on my computer as well. I've had a lot of videos that I've been meaning to get onto a new hard drive. So therefore, now that I have a new hard drive, you know what that means, right? There's going to be more videos now. So I wouldn't expect one every day, but just expect one, like, maybe, I think at bare minimum, at least, like, 2 a week. Maybe ones like this, you could do a little bit more because it's like you just basically have to talk into a phone. That isn't too hard to do. So, ones like this, if I can't get anything else up for the week, you'll at least see one like this, and hopefully you enjoy it. And as always, guys, remember, we the ones.